Okay,
Oh
that's what I
my
did.
god. Now
And,
I understand.
Yep, you can never unsee it again after that.
I like how you put a couple crude lines, and now I'm suddenly like, wait, are you allowed to show this image?
I know. It's 3 lines, dude.
Nerdrotic.com.
What happened in Wakanda Forever? I don't know.
How about you mind all that ash on your head?
It had a limited release in China, which was supposed to boost the numbers, and somehow Wakanda Forever wasn't popular in China. I don't know why. It's a mystery.
Hey, Marvel, I know that you're in a little bit of a bubble, but there's something about China that you might want to know.
They wanted to release it during Black History Month in China.
I thought they were going to wait till Pride Month in China.
Well, I mean, we have
Pride Month in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Not even X-Ray Girl's laughing. She's too scared to laugh.
Oh,
shit's funny.
Shit's funny. If there's one movie that you want to put out for the Marvel Universe in China, it's not Black Panther. Trust us on this one.
Release the Eternals. You know, they really love that.
It's not even Shang-Chi.
No, they thought Shang-Chi was ugly, remember?
Yes, he was ugly.
And Chloe Zhao's like a dissident, so yeah.
And Marvel, when they did The Last Jedi, just like China, Vietnam, it's all the fucking same. Oh,
I know. Rose Tico, yeah, was supposed to be like for the Asian market, and it's like
she's fucking Asian. They're Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people who are moralizing to
there's
us,
no
by
difference.
the way.
There's no difference between a Crip and a Blood.
Oh my
god!
Fine.
Put them in a boys' club together. They'll have a good time.
One big happy family.
The studio's new release continues to struggle against word of mouth. You mean with those 67% drops? Word of mouth. It's more like ass to mouth. Shit.
That's pretty good.
It's true. Thanks.
Oh man.
Dude. Word of mouth that falls short of the effusive praise the MCU, I gotta make sure I don't say MCU, consistently got prior to Avengers Endgame, and the movie will face off against a crowded slate as more studios joust for audiences returning to theaters, including Warner Brothers, New Lines, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which will be a blip, and MGM's Creed 3, which will probably do fine. There's no Sly in it, though. And if they kill off Rocky, fuck that movie. And Lionsgate's John Wick 4, which I'm going to go see. I'll see it. Quantumania has garnered scores from critics and general audience that nearly match the franchise low posted by the Eternals, which I still want MauLer to see in fall 2021, with a 48% critic score. Well, currently, Ant-Man fucking Craptomania is at 47%. Rotten Tomatoes, a B. Cinema scores are bullshit, and a 3.5. Hey, that's how many MCUs I gave it. A 3.5 out of 5 MCUs. Score among general audiences on ComScore, Screen Engines. The thing is, though, like Cinema Score, which is total bullshit, Hollywood takes it as gospel. It does. Despite this, Quantumania has earned Marvel Studios its 5th straight 100 million plus domestic opening with 105 million 3-day 120. Okay. How many tickets were sold? How much is your average ticket? They haven't updated that price. If you Google it, it still says like $9 and something. That's not true. It's more like 12 to 13. beating the 71.2 million opening of the Eternals, which tried to use the pandemic as an excuse, and the 7.8 from Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018 in fewer theaters, fewer expensive theaters where the dollar was worth a little more. And that was a lead up to, and it still didn't do that well. And that was a lead up to the two most anticipated sequels, I would say, of all time.
Legit question. Who are the stars of the MCU now?
Simu Liu. Who are the big guns now? Is Chris Hemsworth still around? The answer is no. So
last thing he said on it, wasn't it, like he's not really interested unless he gets a good story now? Like,
yes.
Okay, so
basically, don't let Taika Waititi next to this fucking thing.
No, he all but said he doesn't want Taika Waititi doing the next Thor.
Hulk can't have his own solo movie, so you can't do that.
Universal.
Thor is now gone. Captain America is now gone. Iron Man is now gone. The Guardians will be gone. So yeah, it was Ant-Man or Doctor Strange.
It seems that Benedict Cumberbatch is willing to do all kinds of shit. They're probably going to use him for everything. Yeah. Hell is what I would do.
This is not an impressive lineup.
Spider-Man does not belong to them.
No,
and we have yet to hear a deal between the two studios. There's been tons of rumors, and of course they're going to work something out. And some people said, well, they have somebody ran with the rumor that they have a story locked, but that has not happened. We are well over a year of No Way Home, and there has been no deal. I would start getting nervous if I was an MCU stand, because Sony could they don't need it. They don't need Marvel. And the minute they really don't need Marvel, they will not need Marvel and Disney. They're never letting Spider-Man go, ever. And if you want to go, well, it's mutually beneficial. It certainly was the last film, but what if Marvel wants to saddle Spider-Man with Ironheart or some other nonsense? And and I'm not saying Sony, they produced Morbius, so they're not they're not good either.
I've got another question. Why do you think they saddled Ironheart with Wakanda?
They needed to introduce her somewhere for her show, and they felt like that was the right movie to do it in the name of diversity. Oh, wait.
So it wasn't because she was black.
I think it was. I would say yes.
It was.
I would say the
most
obvious answer is yes.
Racist is that? Well, she's black, so let's put her with Wakandans.
Interest among more casual audiences who are key to holdover box office totals will likely take a hit due to mixed word of mouth, but insiders at Disney point to the film's 84% audience score that's been locked there for 5 days.
Wow! The studio just so happened to point towards an audience score which hasn't budged. That's absolutely not a coincidence at all.
The audience scores they try to poo-poo and ignore for everything else, all of a sudden it counts now. And it's never been an accurate metric. I never said it was. But it is fun when stuff like Doctor Who hit 0% on it. As a sign of better reception among the public, post-track scores from families were stronger than general audiences, with 5.5 among kids and a 4.5 among parents, though they only accounted for 16% of the weekend crowd.
Wow, that's so weird.
Weird, and more foreboding sign for the film's global box office potential is its extremely poor 19.2 million opening in China.
There we go. Yeah, mentioned that earlier.
More than 70% below the 66 million opening earned by Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018. Oh, holy fuck, we too low.
We too low. It's too late.
Something
wrong.
Did you guys think there was any good jokes in the Ant-Man movie?
Legitimately,
when Michael,
I can't even think
when
of
Michael
joke.
Douglas accurately described socialism. I thought that was pretty
yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
I liked one joke, and it was when the mind reader guy said blah blah blah, and he has 7 holes, and then Paul Rudd stays for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
And the reason I found that funny is because when he said 7 holes, I immediately was like,
Counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I was like, oh shit, he's doing it too. That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I did exactly. Yeah, I did the same, and I think I titted. I think I went.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So that's more than the common Marvel movie these days. So, yeah,
it is. You got to chuckle at a MauLer.
Well, it was like maybe
like a
Pity laugh.
more like your soul farted and it came out the mouth.
Well, to be fair, if your soul farts, that destroys universes like King. They were relying heavily on China. They sucked China's big D so they can get back in. And
I got news for you.
It's very likely the de facto blackout that Chinese officials put on Marvel and most other Hollywood blockbusters in 2021 and 2022 likely had an impact on Quantumania. You think? Given the interconnected nature of the MCU, it is quite possible that millions of Chinese moviegoers have lost interest in the franchise. 6 films released over the last 2 years, including Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange Mom, skipped theaters in the lucrative market. That's right. Spider-Man No Way Home was not released in China.
1.4 billion? 1.7 billion.
In the pandemic too,
people liked it. People gave it a big old thumbs up.
I think it was just white supreme.
Yeah. Well, Tobey Maguire is going to take over the world. Fine.
You know what? Funny when they did the did you ever see like the audience react videos to them to No Way Home when the audience in the cinemas are reacting to the Spider-Man coming out?
The Spider-Man,
and it's fucking hilarious because you got this Marvel movie and you got 3 fucking white boys coming out. And the audience reactions are from all over the world.
Yes.
All over the fucking world. And they're all going nuts. All going nuts when Andrew Garfield comes out, when Tobey Maguire comes out.
Well, it's funny because
they have to see themselves on screen, according to Marvel.
The MCU could barely get its sticky fingers on all 3 of those Spider-Men right now.
Oh,
it wants to, though.
You know what? I can name you 2 films that are guaranteed billion-dollar films. It is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4 and Michael Keaton's Batman. Michael Keaton reprising Batman for one more film would do it, and Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi doing a Spider-Man 4 would be a $2 billion film. Easy. But the point I'm trying to make is there is stuff Marvel could do right fucking now that would be a huge hit that they're choosing to put the Marvels over and fucking Ant-Man. They could put together a Defenders movie, a real Defenders movie right now. Get your real Namor, got Doctor Strange, you got Hulk, there's your Defenders team. And you start a new team. You don't even have to call it the Avengers, Defenders, which was a cooler team that took on the horror part of the Marvel universe and the galactic part, the weird shit. That's what they did.
The horror part.
The horror part. They took I can't say horror. It's a fucking
the horror part.
Take on MILF Manor.
They got Moondragon and the proper Valkyrie. They might be horrors. Horror. I can't say it.
The horror.
You can put together the fucking Fantastic Four that look like the Fantastic Four with Doctor Doom right now. What's stopping them? No, they have to get to Echo and Ironheart and Agatha Harkness and all this shit. At the same time, is it possible that the waning interest spreads to many other Hollywood franchises while Avatar: The Way of Water did very well in China with nearly, it did. I thought it didn't do that well, but yeah, 250 million is good. Few other films have received a release in the country over the past year. Insiders at Disney say everything's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. They will be weighing options to reignite Chinese interest in Marvel after spending all of the MCU's Phase 4 out of the cinemas there, but will be monitoring the performance of other blockbusters set for Chinese release, including Shazam 2, which is it going to do well?
It's not going to make a difference to anything.
I think Shazam 2 is going to tank.
I'm sorry, but our superhero facing Helen Mirren, who I respect, but remember the Defenders? Remember the Netflix's Defenders and the big bat? Bless you. Goes on tight.
Sigourney Weaver
was a Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver against Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones. Sigourney Weaver. And nobody remembers.
Sorry,
that
no
show.
one cares about Shazam. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nerdrotic.com.
Hey, if you like what we do here at Nerdrotic Daily, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you could do that with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.